BMW 335i Touring from 2008 in individual ruby black. Fantastic transformation. Hope you enjoy the video and welcome to English Bob's Car Detailing. So after doing the whole car, you can see from this printout of the report that we're a little bit low on paint thickness. The bonnet's okay, but the front left wing is a little bit, yeah, there's paint there, but I need to be a little bit careful. There's some deep chips here, so I want to try and improve at least, but I need to be really careful as they're on a curved edge as well. So we'll start with a bit of 3000 grit and some masking tape to help lessen the damage. Whoever did this chip repair has just put a blob of paint on top, so it's higher than the surrounding clear coat. So I'm just trying to level it off a little bit. That's it, I'm done with it. No point in taking any further risks. Here we can see the results of my first test spot on the right, of course. Massive swirls, scratches here, and a big improvement already just from the compounding stage. Later on this will get refined. Here's the before of the door as well. Wash mark scratches and some random scratches here and there. So we're going to start compounding the door. We're starting off with the 3-inch microfiber pad and some cut max from Sonax. And we're using this 3-inch pad so we can get close to the edges and get correction good to the edges and underneath this feature here, because the larger pad won't fit in there and won't do a good correction. So what I'm doing is all around the edges of the door. And also I do the top edge of the door. And then for the middle part I use the 5-inch. Three to 4 passes seems to be doing the trick. I'm also doing all around the door handle. And wiping off to see what results we've got. Still a scratch there that needs touching up afterwards in the middle of the door. But most of the scratches are gone now. Only the surface is a little bit marred from the heavy cutting, which will be fixed in the finishing stage. Here's a little idea I'm trying. Instead of the bucket method to clean the pads in, I'm using a dampened microfiber cloth. First sign seems to be that it's working okay. After a session we need to see how dirty the cloth will get. If you notice up there, I'm also using a glass to hold the polishing compound. You can see it in the reflection. This saves me having to keep a lot of effort to try and keep the polish to the front of the bottle. The polish is immediately available when it's kept in this position. The polish doesn't come out and it doesn't go bad because of the contact with the air. So carrying on with the 5-inch, blending in where I did the 3-inch and focusing on the middle of the door. Again, 3 or 4 passes, getting the majority of the scratches out. And that's one section of the 5-inch pad complete. Moving on to the second part of the door. Notice again the polished bottle, and I'm handling that. So looking at the boots now, you can see that I've compounded the left-hand side of this panel. But as we get nearer to the badge, you can see the 3-inch which I used is not removing the scratches. So to do that, we need to use the Roops Hybrid Nano. This is a 1-inch microfiber pad. This will do the trick. A little bit of hand polishing to get right in that edge. Again, the hybrid 1-inch pad being used for this top edge of the boot. So this is the wing after refining. Absolutely lovely. Amazing transformation. Now we're going to go on to do a whole door on the refining process. What I like to do is use the same pad size for refining as I use for the cutting in those areas where I did the cutting with the relevant pad. So the top of the door, around the sides of the door, I should do with a 3-inch around the handle. And then the middle part of the door, I should be doing with the 5-inch. This is a white ultra-fine polishing pad from Roops with Carpro Essence as the polish that I'm using. Carpro Essence gives a good base for the coating. Bit more essence, small drops. Again, following the areas that I did with the 3-inch cutting pad. moving on to the 5-inch to do the centre portion of the doors. When refining you can do a much bigger area, so now I can do the whole door, whereas when I was compounding I did it in 2 sections. And a wipe off. You can get high spots with Carpro Essence if you overwork it, which I did in a few areas on this panel, but we have to give it some good inspection, and then you'll see how I fix those high spots. Good inspection light needed. Polish inside the door handles by hand, which you don't see in this video. Here I'm trying to fix some high spots that I found. I should do it just to loosen up the high spot of the polish. Onto the coating application. So for a bonnet, I break it down into 6 sections. So we've got the driver's side front, driver's side back, we've got the middle front, middle back, and passenger side front, passenger side back. And I do the sections opposite to each other. So let's say this section I'm doing now is the front driver's side. It'll be followed by the passenger driver's side, so there'll be a gap in the middle. And then I'll just do the back middle, so there'll be like a triangular application. I have a timing app, so I call this section front driver's side, and I set the timer for 5 minutes, which is where I'm going now. I've already done the passenger side, so I'll skip that on the video. Now I'm doing the back middle section coating. And shortly you'll hear the timer go off in the background.
The driver's side front has
I need to stop. So it's telling me how to start now, toweling off and buffing off that first coating. It's had its 5 minutes. So first with the blue cloth, get the majority levelled off. Trying to level it off, not remove it at this stage. When you put the coating on, you can physically see it darkening the paint. It's really interesting to see. You don't really see that in this video clip, but you can see where the coating is on the other sections. Okay, we're coming up to the 5 minutes for the passenger side front to be buffed off. So now I'm wiping off passenger side front. First with the blue. Try not to disturb that back middle section yet. And now finishing with the yellow cloth. These are Rag Company 300 GSM towels, perfect for the job and reasonably priced.
See middle backers completed.
That's that one done. And now the time has gone off for the C middle back. So now I can remove that. The next part will be doing the opposite to this, so I should be doing the front middle, the driver's side back and the passenger side back in more or less the same sort of process. And then again the same for the second coat. The timing app that I use ensures that I don't miss a section, which can be easily done if you lose concentration. But with that multi-timer app that I use, it shows me what's done and what's not done. When it's complete and I go to the second coat, I reset all of those timers. After the coating is done on the whole car, we take the car outside and have a good look round, checking for high spots. I've already been round with the torch, but outside is the best way to look. We notice these little post-it notes on the windows. That's how I define my sections when I'm coating. I just go a little bit further than that to define my area, so I know that I've completed the whole panel. You see I've got markers as well for the roof on there, those little blue post-it labels, tags. I'll leave those on there so I can just see if I've missed anything and I've been overlapping. So the final after shots, it's come up amazing, this car. It's come a long way in the last 4 days. 2008 BMW 335i Touring in individual ruby red.